reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The greatest battles you'll ever fight won't be with other people. They'll be with yourself. Reflection. The war is not out there. It's in here. Because the truth is, if you don't learn to control certain things in your life, reflection, those very things will rise up and destroy everything you've built. Every dream, every relationship, every ounce of peace you've fought for can be taken down not by your enemies, reflection, but by your own lack of control. See, power isn't about how loud you are or how strong you seem. Power is about mastery, the mastery of your emotions, your mind, your words, and your time. Reflection, these four things, if you don't learn to control them, they'll control you. And when they do, they'll tear you apart piece by piece, quietly, without warning. Reflection. Let's talk about it. Your mind is the control tower of your life. Every action, every choice, every emotion starts there first. The battlefield is not out in the world. It's in your thoughts. Reflection. If your mind is disciplined, no situation can break you. But if your mind is scattered, even small problems will feel like mountains. Reflection. Most people spend their lives trying to control everything outside them, their job, their relationships, their reputation. But they ignore the one thing that shapes all of it, reflection, their own thoughts. You can't change the world until you change the way you think. Every day, you're feeding your mind something through what you watch, what you listen to, reflection, and what you repeat to yourself. The question is, what are you feeding it? Are you giving it junk, negativity, gossip, self-doubt? Or are you feeding it purpose, vision, and truth, reflection? Because your thoughts become your beliefs become your actions, and your actions become your results. It all begins with the silent conversation you have with yourself. Reflection, that voice inside you. It can be your greatest enemy, your greatest ally. When your mind is untrained, it plays tricks on you. It tells you that you can't, that you're not good enough. Reflection, that your past defines you. It whispers fear into your future and doubt into your dreams. But when your mind is trained, it becomes your weapon. It fights off fear. It filters distractions. Reflection, it focuses on the goal. It becomes unshakable. You start to realize that peace is not found in comfort. It's found in control. Reflection. And that control begins when you stop letting every thought run wild and start choosing which ones deserve your attention. You must learn to guard your mind like a gatekeeper. Reflection. Not every idea deserves entry. Not every opinion deserves to stay. The moment you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your emotions, your reactions, and ultimately your destiny. Reflection. The human mind is powerful. It can either destroy your potential or unlock it. You decide which. Most people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, reflection, but because they've lost the battle in their mind before the world even got a chance to see their strength. So start winning up here. In silence and solitude, reflection, in the unseen hours when no one's watching, train your thoughts daily. Replace every I can't with I will. Replace every fear with focus. Replace every excuse with execution. Reflection, because once your mind becomes your ally, nothing outside of you can defeat you. Your emotions are powerful, but they were never meant to be your master. They are signals, not commands. Reflection, too many people let their emotions drive the car of their life and then wonder why they keep crashing. Anger, fear, jealousy, pride, these emotions are like fire. Controlled, reflection. They can cook your food, keep you warm, and light your path. Uncontrolled, they can burn your house down. When you react instead of respond, when you let emotions take the wheel, reflection, you hand over your peace, your logic, and your control. True strength is not found in how loud you can shout or how hard you can hit. Reflection, it's found in how calm you can remain when the world is trying to shake you. There will be moments when people test you, betray you, misunderstand you, or disrespect you. Reflection, your emotions will want revenge. They will want to prove something. But understand this, every time you react out of emotion, you lose power. Every time you stay calm and think before you move, reflection, you gain it. Power is quiet. It's not in the chaos of rage, but in the stillness of composure. Reflection, the person who can stay calm in the storm is the one who learns how to control the weather inside while the world is falling apart outside. Emotions will lie to you. Reflection, they'll tell you to quit when you're just tired, to fight when you should walk away, to speak when silence would be louder. That's why you can't believe every feeling that rises in you. Reflection. The human heart is wild. It needs guidance, not freedom. If you let it roam without discipline, it'll lead you back to the same pain you were supposed to outgrow. So when anger comes, reflection, breathe. When fear comes, face it. When sadness comes, feel it, but don't drown in it. You are not your emotions. You are the one who observes and commands them. Reflection. Control doesn't mean suppression. It doesn't mean pretending you're not hurt or pretending you're fine. It means you don't let those emotions dictate your choices. Feel deeply, reflection, but move wisely. Every great leader, every strong person, every calm soul you admire has mastered the art of emotional control. They still feel anger, pain, reflection, and fear, but they've learned how to channel those feelings into purpose instead of destruction. That's where real growth happens. When you learn to master your emotions, reflection, life starts changing in ways you can't imagine. You stop saying things you'll regret. You stop reacting to people who want to see you break. Reflection, you stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. You begin to live intentionally. You become untouchable, not because life stops hurting, reflection, but because you stop letting your emotions decide how long you stay hurt. That's real control. That's real power. Your words carry power far greater than most people realize. Reflection, every word you speak is a seed planted in the world, and once planted, it grows whether you meant it to or not. Words can build bridges or burn them. Reflection, they can lift someone from despair or bury them in it. The same tongue that speaks blessings can also speak curses. And once those words are released, they can't be taken back. Reflection. That's why wisdom is not just about knowing what to say, but knowing when to stay silent. The most dangerous weapon isn't what's in your hand, it's what's in your mouth. Reflection. When you speak without control, you give away your peace. You hand your emotions to others on a silver platter. The undisciplined tongue reacts, attacks, and defends. Reflection. But a disciplined one observes, understands, and responds. There's a difference between speaking from impulse and speaking from intention. Impulsive words come from emotion, from anger, reflection, insecurity, or fear. But intentional words come from clarity, strength, and purpose. The moment you start thinking before you speak, your entire presence changes. Reflection. People start listening not because you're loud, because your words carry weight. You don't need to speak often to be powerful. The strongest people are not the ones who talk the most, reflection, but the ones whose words hit the deepest. They speak less, but every sentence has purpose. They don't waste energy explaining themselves to everyone, reflection, because they understand that truth doesn't need to argue. It stands on its own. Silence is often the most powerful answer to ignorance, and patience is the sharpest reply to provocation. Reflection, when you understand that you stop talking to prove a point and start speaking only when it serves one. Your words don't just affect others, they shape you. Every time you say, reflection, I can't, your mind believes it a little more. Every time you complain, you strengthen the habit of defeat. But every time you speak strength, faith, and confidence, reflection, your spirit rises to meet those words. You're either creating your world with your speech or destroying it. So speak life into your dreams. Speak discipline into your days. Reflection, speak forgiveness into your heart. Words are energy, and that energy always returns to you multiplied. Sometimes the wisest thing you can do is pause before you open your mouth. Reflection, that pause is power. It gives you the space to choose your tone, your timing, and your truth. The undisciplined person reacts instantly and regrets endlessly. But the disciplined one pauses, reflection, reflects, and then speaks with precision. And when you speak with precision, people remember your words, not because they were loud, but because they were true. Reflection. Every conversation you have is an opportunity to build someone, to teach someone, or to strengthen yourself. Use that gift wisely, because long after you've left a room, reflection, your words stay behind, echoing in the hearts of those who heard them. And what you choose to say or not say can define not just how people see you, but who you become. Reflection. Time, the one thing you can never earn back once it's gone. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But the seconds you waste will never return. Reflection. Time is life's most valuable currency, and yet it's the one we spend the most carelessly. Every minute you waste scrolling, arguing, overthinking, reflection, or entertaining distractions is a piece of your destiny slipping away unnoticed. The truth is, you're not running out of opportunities. You're running out of time to act on them. Reflection. That's why control over your time is control over your future. The greatest mistake people make is believing they have time. They think they can start tomorrow, fix it later, reflection, or wait until they feel ready. But time doesn't wait for anyone. The clock doesn't stop when you get tired. It doesn't pause because you're afraid or uncertain. Reflection. Every second is ticking, and whether you move or stand still, it's moving forward without you. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones with the most talent. Reflection. They're the ones who respected time enough to use it wisely. They understand that consistency beats brilliance when brilliance is lazy. Reflection. Time management isn't just about schedules and calendars. It's about priorities. It's about knowing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Reflection. Every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to something that matters. People will constantly demand your time. Distractions will always knock. Reflection. and life will try to pull you in every direction. But if you don't guard your time, others will spend it for you. You have to be ruthless about what you allow into your day. Reflection, because your energy and focus are limited. Every day you must ask yourself, did I move closer to my purpose, or did I just stay busy being distracted? Reflection. The most successful and peaceful people understand that time is not to be killed, it's to be invested. They use every hour like it's sacred. They rest with purpose, they work with intent, reflection, and they spend time with people who add value to their soul. They don't rush, but they also don't waste. Reflection. They know balance, because wasting time on nonsense is just as dangerous as working nonstop without meaning. Discipline with time isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Reflection. You can't keep saying someday. Someday is not on the calendar. If something is truly important, it belongs on your schedule now. Dreams die not because people lack vision, reflection, but because they never put a date on action. Every morning you wake up, you're being given a gift. 24 hours that millions didn't get today. Reflection. That's life giving you another chance to build, to improve, to become. Don't waste it living on autopilot. Reflection. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is the moment you decide your purpose is worth more than your comfort. At the end of your life, you won't regret the things you failed at. Reflection. You'll regret the hours you gave away to things that didn't matter. You'll wish you had said no more often, focused harder, and started sooner. Reflection. So respect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Every second you own is a step toward your destiny or a step away from it. The choice is yours, and time is always watching. Reflection. The people you surround yourself with will either sharpen your purpose or sabotage it. The company you keep is the silent architect of your mindset, your habits, and your destiny. Reflection. You can't rise to greatness if you're constantly surrounded by people who live in smallness. Energy is contagious, whether it's ambition or laziness, faith or fear, reflection, hope or doubt. You absorb what's around you. That's why choosing the right company isn't about arrogance, it's about alignment. Reflection. You must protect your environment as fiercely as you protect your dream, because one wrong voice in your ear can undo years of progress in your heart. Reflection. Too many people hold on to relationships that drain them because they're afraid of being alone. But solitude is not your enemy. Stagnation is. Reflection. You don't grow by staying where you're tolerated. You grow when you move where your bay's inspired. The right people will challenge you, not criticize you. Reflection. They will correct you without crushing you. They will push you toward discipline when you want to quit and remind you of your worth when you forget it. The wrong people, however, reflection, will feed your comfort, your excuses, and your fears. They'll make you believe mediocrity is normal, and they'll disguise their jealousy as advice. You have to know the difference. Sometimes, reflection, the hardest thing you'll ever do is walk away from the people you once thought you'd never live without. But growth demands separation. You can't heal in the same place that hurt you, reflection, and you can't level up surrounded by those who fear change. It doesn't mean you stop loving them. It means you start loving yourself enough to protect your peace. Reflection. Loyalty does not mean letting others drag you backwards. It means caring for people without letting them control your direction. You have to stop trying to bring everyone with you. Reflection. Not everyone has the capacity to go where you're going. The company you keep also determines your standard. If you're the smartest, strongest, or most disciplined person in your circle, reflection, your circle is too small. You should be around people who stretch your thinking, people who make you uncomfortable in the best way, people who inspire you to raise your bar. Reflection, iron sharpens iron, but only if you're surrounded by other blades. If you're constantly with people who gossip, complain, or make excuses, that energy will slowly shape you too. Reflection, environment shapes behavior, and behavior shapes destiny. Be intentional about who gets access to you. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Reflection, some people only come to drain your focus or distract your purpose. Your peace is precious, your energy is sacred, and your time is limited. Protect it. Reflection, you are not obligated to stay connected to people who refuse to grow. When you distance yourself from toxicity, you make room for clarity, creativity, and calm. Reflection, the right company will not only support your vision, but remind you of it when you lose sight. In the end, the quality of your life will always reflect the quality of the people around you. Reflection, surround yourself with those who see your potential, not your past. Be with those who talk about ideas, not people. Build with those who believe in growth, not gossip. Reflection, because when your circle is right, your direction becomes clear, your discipline becomes natural, and your destiny becomes unstoppable. Your habits are the foundation of who you become. Reflection, they are the invisible architects of your destiny, shaping your life one small action at a time. You don't decide your future. You decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. Reflection. Every single day through repetition, you are either building strength or weakness, progress or regret. Success doesn't come from massive changes overnight. Reflection, it's born from small disciplines done consistently, even when nobody's watching, even when you don't feel like it. The truth is, you will never rise above the level of your habits. Reflection, if your daily actions don't match your dreams will remain fantasies. Habits are powerful because they operate silently. They don't announce themselves. Reflection, they simply shape your reality in the background. That's why you must become intentional about what you do daily. What you read, what you eat, how you think, how you talk to yourself. Reflection, how you spend your morning, all of it is training your mind and body for the life you're building. Discipline is not something you're born with. Reflection is something you create through repetition. The more you repeat a behavior, the more your mind adapts to it until eventually it becomes automatic. Reflection. And that's when greatness starts to grow quietly, without applause, in the routine moments most people overlook. The tragedy is that many people build habits that sabotage them. Reflection. They wake up late, scroll through distractions, complain about their circumstances, and then wonder why their life feels stuck. But success and stagnation are both habits. One builds you, reflection, the other breaks you. You can't keep sowing laziness and expect a harvest of excellence. You can't keep feeding your distractions and expect focus to suddenly appear. Reflection. The habits that once felt comfortable will one day become the very chains that hold you back. If you want a new life, you must be willing to break the patterns of the old one. Reflection. Every person you admire has one thing in common. They mastered the mundane. They showed up on days they didn't feel inspired. They did the work even when it was boring. Reflection. They repeated the right things until the results became undeniable. Consistency is the currency of growth, and discipline is the price of freedom. Reflection. You can't control everything in life, not people, not circumstances, not luck, but you can control how you show up every single day. And how you show up will always decide how far you go. Reflection. Building strong habits is like building muscle. At first it hurts, it feels unnatural. Your mind resists, your body complains, and your comfort zone tries to pull you back. Reflection. But if you push through that resistance, if you stay consistent long enough, what once felt difficult becomes automatic. Reflection. That's the power of transformation. It doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens in countless small steps taken with faith and focus. Your habits create momentum. Reflection. And once momentum starts working in your favor, everything begins to shift. So look at your days carefully. What are you practicing? What are you repeating? Because repetition is reputation. Reflection. You are becoming the sum of your small choices, not your big intentions. Replace chaos with routine, laziness with structure, excuses with discipline. Treat every day like a brick. Reflection. And lay it carefully, because those bricks will soon become the walls of your legacy. Greatness isn't a moment. It's a lifestyle, and it's built one habit at a time. Reflection. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one truth. Your life will only rise to the level of what you can control within yourself. The mind, the emotions, the words, the time. Reflection. The company you keep and the habits you live by, these are the real forces shaping your destiny. The world may throw storms at you. People may doubt you. Reflection. And life may test you in ways you never imagined. But if you have control over yourself, nothing can destroy you. Control isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about being unshakable. Reflection. It's about standing tall when everything around you is trying to pull you down. It's about knowing that chaos doesn't have to live inside you, no matter what's happening outside you. Reflection. When you master yourself, you stop chasing peace. You become. So guard your mind, command your emotions, respect your time, choose your circle wisely. Reflection. And build habits that make you stronger every day. Because the greatest victory you'll ever achieve is not over the world. It's over the weaknesses that live within you. Reflection. Once you win that battle, life bends in your favor. You walk with power. You speak with clarity. You move with purpose. And that's when nothing and nobody, no betrayal, no failure, reflection, no fear can destroy you. Because you are no longer controlled by life, you are leading it.